This Google Keyword Planner. Okay. You guys have probably seen this. And if you haven't, it's part of Google Ads. If you're not running Google Ads, you may not have access to this. But for those of you that are, I think there's a really valuable tool in here that doesn't get talked about much. Let me just kind of get my screen straight here. I'm trying my best to do this in a way where I don't expose a lot of my personal information. Hang on one second. So I did a call with, like I said, I did a call with this guy, Howard, and he was looking at some niches. Okay. And I think he made a bad choice on when he was doing his due diligence. He was really looking at like the appliance repair niche. And I don't like that niche at all. One of the reasons I don't like it is because of the low ticket cost. And also, you know, one of the first things that I think about when I'm trying to look at niches is like, how easy is it to start a company in this niche? Because when it's easier, what you're going to find is you're going to find that there's more competition. You're also going to find that the people that are running the businesses that are easier to start, more often than not, they're not going to be as serious as business people as somebody who's invested a lot. Like if you think about like the person running a carpet cleaning company versus somebody that's running like a, you know, my classic one is like a swimming pool building company, right? So similar, like somebody that starting an appliance repair, and you can see that I have septic tank in here. I think that this is not a niche I've ever gone in, but it is one that I think would be a good one because it's a tough business to start in my mind. And there's a good amount of search volume. If you look at the septic tank cleaning, it's 22,000 searches a month. So this is Google Ads. This data here is very similar to any of the data that you're going to find in any of these other tools. Like all the numbers are always pretty close. One of the reasons I like this is like, okay, it's a hard business to start. So there's going to be less competition, and the people that are doing this are probably going to be more committed than like some carpet cleaning person. And when you have that higher commitment, as you start to give them a lot of leads, they're more likely going to be in a better position to scale their business if they've got that attitude. Okay. It's not always the case. There's carpet cleaning people that are going to be able to scale big businesses. But I like the patterns that exist in this. Additionally, there's licensing required a lot for this because you're dealing with like, you know, waste and stuff. So they got to make sure that you're doing things correctly. And when that's the case, it kind of weeds out more of the riffraff. Okay. So I like this niche, but how would I go, as a part of my due diligence, what would I do to look at where to go? And within this Google Ads planner, there is this little area here that says like breakdown by location. So I'm going to choose that. And it's going to come back and show me the different places in the United States. And you can see that Florida is the #1 state, right? Well, Florida is one of the most populated states, so that makes sense. So that's good information. What we can do further is I can change this from the United States, and I can go over here and let's say I want to just choose Florida. Okay. So now I still have it break down by location, and now I'm changing it to Florida. And then I could come through here and I can see like septic tank pumping has 5,400 searches per month. And these are the different cities. So you can see that this like Tampa area has 26% of the search volume. So this is like the most popular city of the most popular state for this search term. And I could even go another layer deep and I could change this. Now that I know it's this, I could change this to Tampa. And I can say, okay, show me the Tampa region. So now I've got 2,400 searches a month on a local level for this one term. That is a lot of search volume. Okay. That's a lot for something that's expensive, right? Imagine you're ranking first for septic tank pumping and you're probably going to get, you're going to get hundreds of leads for something that's worth more than $1,000 in my mind. So my next step is I'm going to go over and I'm going to go to Bright Local and I'm just going to look for going here and I just want to find a way into the map. So I'm going septic tank pumping, and then I'm going to go Tampa, Florida. And this tool allows me to get the results as if I had done the search in this area, right? So you can see that we've got people running ads, which is great. I love to see that. People are willing to pay for it. And then you can see this company here is ranking first. So this tool just chooses one random spot on the map. So that doesn't necessarily mean that that is the best ranking company. It's just that they're the best ranking company at whatever random spot they chose, which like it, you know. So what I did is I took that company and I ran the heat map for them. Okay, so I'm going to bring that over here now. So this is Knuckles Septic Tank Services, and this is what their heat map looks like. So now I'm going to use our averages tool, and I'm going to find out that these guys are in fact the top person, right? That's their average, 4.63. And this is who we want to do our due diligence on, right? So if I were to go and look at these guys, this is their site. This is the number one. Look how many words are on this page. They basically have maybe 12 minutes worth of writing there, right? And I'm going to look at, let me bring this over here now. So I'm going to use our tool, our Majestic plugin. This is free, right? So if you guys haven't installed this, we can see that their backlinks are 0. 0 is their trust flow. They have barely any words. They only had, what did they have? Like 9 reviews. We look through this and we actually look, they have 9 reviews. Let's look at their actual GMB here. How many pictures do they have? They only have 1 picture. This is the number 1 in the most populated city. And I was on this call with Howard going through this, and this was just random. Like there's so many good niches out there. So there's no reason for us to be going into like HVAC Las Vegas when stuff like this exists. This is just like, these guys are asking to be knocked off right here, right? They have no business dominating this niche like this with the work that they've done, right? It's just a complete low-hanging fruit opportunity. They've got 9 reviews. It looks like 8 5-stars and 1, or I mean, sorry, 8 5-stars and 1 1-star review, right? With barely any pictures, barely any words. And then if we were to go and actually look, I always like to do a site command. So you go like this, site like this. So I've got site with the colon, and I put that in and I can see the pages that they have indexed. They've got 5 pages indexed. What I'm also looking for is I'm looking at the text that they have here. Does this look like it's optimized really well from an SEO, search engine, lead gen perspective? It certainly does not. Look, I mean, look at these 4 pages here. Like, I guess this one, if you're going after grease trap maintenance, they've got a keyword in there, but service request, like they've got septic tank service Inc. on probably all their pages except for their homepage. So I think that's low hanging fruit, and I think that's a high dollar niche. I think if you built a site there, you could get several $1,000s if you got that ranking, and it doesn't look, maybe this call is going to make that city and that niche more competitive. And what I want is not like, hey, go into this niche. It's more, let's understand the concepts and let's understand like what's out there, because there is stuff like this that exists all over the place. And we just have to think outside the box a little bit, use some of these tools. If you guys are running Google Ads, that's a great way for you to choose the best city or the best area to go into. And if I came in here and it had all that search volume and this was tough, then it's no longer the best, right? Like it's maybe not a good niche at all. Right. So it could be a way to help you guys kind of get some local idea on how things are in a certain city, right? Or what city you should target. Cool. Does anybody have any questions about that?
Yeah, I have one. Is that tool, the Google Ads keywords plan, is it something that we can easily gain access to and not have to have been running Google Ads or that kind of thing to get that information and data when using it for due diligence?
You have to have like I don't know what the time frame is and what the thresholds are, but if you look at this, 1 second, get my personal information off there. All right, so if you look at this, I've got a number here. When you're not really paying, or when you're not paying much, then they'll give you like this range. It may say like 1 to 10,000 searches, which is just like useless information. So I'm not sure at what thresholds that happens with. It may be that I could potentially like share one account with some of you guys so that you could get access to this. Maybe I could set up like a dummy account and then share that with you guys, and then you would have access to the keyword planner. I'm not exactly sure how that works, but if you're not running ads, you may not have the same data. I would sign up for it. Maybe try running like $100 worth of ads to get access to the tool, and you'll get access to the tool for maybe like 4 or 5 months. I'm not exactly sure on that. Maybe someone else.
I'm pretty sure I still have access to it, Patrick. I only ran a few ads in the beginning and haven't really run them since, but I'm pretty sure I still have access to it. I think once you have an account, then you have access to it.
Okay. Jeff, while we're on the call, can you go and just confirm that before we send a bunch of people down that pathway, and just check, sure. Look for septic tank pumping and see if it says 2,400 for you, or like 2 to 5,000 or something ridiculous like that. Someone else had a question, I think.
I'm sorry. What was the name of the tool in the?
It's a Google Keyword Planner. It's a part of Google Ads.
But wasn't there a sub name for that in the planner? That's just all.
So, like if you did a search for like Google Ads Keyword Planner, this is it right here. I just kind of went into it from a different angle.
We cannot see your screen, Patrick.
Oh, sorry, guys. Where did that go? I just kind of went into it from a different angle.
We cannot see your screen, Patrick.
Somebody has their Facebook on. Okay, guys. So here's what I did. Here's another way you can find it, is if you just do a search for Google Ads Keyword Planner, right? And this is it right here. Choose the right keywords, and it will take you here, and you can choose Go to Keyword Planner. So I'll post this into the chat, and then you guys can take advantage of that. And like I said, I don't know the requirements exactly. Looks like, Jeff, you already had done that, huh?
Sorry, I was trying to get to my.
Yeah, you're good.
My mic, so I just posted it.
Okay, cool. Any questions about that?